Welcome to Springfield, Missouri, and the 33rd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships on Drury University's campus, the O'Reilly Family Event Center. Scott Staten alongside C.J. Pomeroy. We just finished a boys 18U Division I 7A semi, and getting ready to do the other on this side, the 3 versus 6. The 6 team is the CHSA Wolverines, the 3 team Manhattan Chief Thunder out of Kansas.
Man, let's just get started fast and furious right there with the way those two guys went after that ball.
Might as well. Last one was tough like that, too. Here's the interior pass and a nice finish by number 40, Tyvon Taylor.
Tyvon Taylor has been so good at this level and in the NCHC for several years now. He's senior.
And on the pass in the paint, foul on CHSA. Going to be 2 shots.
Cade Boudreau picking that up. Taylor is the key.
Shirley sinks the first one. Tanner Shirley for the Thunder out of the Heartland. They 5th place finisher, sinks them both. And we got a 2-2 game.
Will be interesting to see what we get from a defensive standpoint here. Man-to-man is what the Thunder will come out with. And into Taylor trying to take advantage of. It's good size down. I mean, 13, Brecken Wurtenberger matches up well with Taylor, but Taylor is a really good player. So
that time on the drive, ball was knocked out of Schrader's hands. Quickly the other way, CHSA, whistle and a foul. Going to be 2 shots for Chekama on the Wolverines. Wolverines coming out of the Big South. They were the boys 18U Division II champions down there. Now playing here in the Nationals in the Division I 7A class. First shot is good.
They had a great district tournament, overtime game, and then now had a regionals. I'm sure they would have preferred a different outcome at regionals, but Coach Player does such a great job with his teams. Yep, and Wurtenberger had not yet established himself on the front court.
A little bit of a rush there on that turnover. It was right in front of us. You could see he was in the air and kind of hadn't completely gone across the line. So CHSA gets the ball back. They lead at 3-2 after Chekama sank 1 out of 2 free throws. Bernard. Chekama thought about the 3. He's going to drive ball.
Great.
Looked like it might have been tipped away, but it went right in the hands of Taylor, and Taylor puts it in. We'll give the assist there to Chekama. That's a nice shot. And 5-2 lead now for the Wolverines. Here comes Taylor with the ball. Up ahead to Chekama, a little too strong. Maybe just a little bit less on that throw, and he'd had a wide open layup.
Man, he's everywhere. I mean, he's running the floor on offense. He's getting back and playing defensively. And this is that 1-3-1 defense that Coach Player likes to play.
Miracle with the ball. He's going to drive, put it up with the right hand, too strong. Oh, in there to grab a rebound. Jumped over Schrader, jumped over Taylor, and draws the contact and the foul. 2 shots for him, 5-2 lead for CHSA. The Wolverines in the maroon and black with a little bit of white trim. The Manhattan Chief Thunder in the white uniforms with the navy trim as he sinks the first shot. Schrader with his first points of the day. All free throws so far for the Thunder.
And Renard there, that was an oops foul. He really hadn't, he was not trying to contest the shot. The size and the way that the play happened.
Yeah.
His shoulder got caught up in the other player's arm, and that's what the referee.
Yeah, the foul happened to him, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly the case.
Wolverines on the attack. They lead it 5-3. Renard back out to Taylor. Back to Renard. Kicks it out to the right side for a 3, and it is good by Boudreau. Cade Boudreau, first 3-pointer for either team today, and it's now 8-3 Wolverines.
So a couple years ago, I made the mistake of when this team was 16U, I was calling one of their games, and I said, can they shoot the 3? And they proceeded to come out and just light up the scoreboard with 3-pointers. I will not make that mistake today.
Although they might like it if you do, if that's the result again. Here they come on the attack after the turnover. Oh, a little too strong by Taylor.
And look at Taylor sprint back in defense.
Gotta like it, even though he missed, didn't stop and sulk about that. And here comes Chekama. He tried to save the ball as he had a steal there, but it touched the end line, and it will go back to the Thunder.
Scott, I have to tell you, I am just so impressed with the level of coaching that all the players that we've seen today, the coaching that they are getting. It's some of the best coaching I have ever seen at this tournament.
Gotta love the way that there's not a lot of time anyway because everything's just so contested. But when you have a play that's a negative play, you have to shake it off immediately or it's going to turn into 2 negative plays really quick. And we've seen all day long players just pick it back up, shake off that last play they didn't like, and continue to hustle. And hopefully that is going to continue throughout the tournament. I think it will continue with the teams that you see go deep into this tournament because you got to have a short memory.
Yep. And Renard there picking up his second foul. And this is something we saw in the last game, and it's going to be important to see how CHSA responds to it now, but you've got to adjust to how the game is being called.
Well, he got stuck in the air and didn't have anywhere to go, so he threw it. It was stolen away, but he, like we talked about, hustled back and stole it back.
He just said, hey, let me correct that mistake.
Does one steal cancel a turnover? I think a coach would say no, but it puts you at least even.
Wow.
Boudreaux, deep three in front of the Thunder bench.
Make it rain, Cade. Make it rain.
He's got a pair of those now, and it's 11-3 lead. Biggest lead of the day for the Wolverines. Thunder getting stuck in a couple of places on the court where you do not want to get stuck back up against the half-court line. That time the inside shot by Shirley won't go, and it falls out of bounds and will go to the Wolverines.
Yeah, the pressure defense that CHSA is playing right now is really causing havoc for Manhattan. They're really struggling with being able to contain that press.
CHSA back on the attack with an 8-point lead. A little over halfway through this first period of this boys 18U 7A play-in game. That shot was short by Brandon Hawkins, and the Thunder come up with the rebound. Manhattan Chief struggling to get points on the board. It's been all free throws so far, no field goals yet.
They've gotten a couple of really good looks. They just haven't been able to convert.
Shirley that time turned around, had an open look, missed, but they get it back and then finally get one to drop. That was Connor Miracle getting the first field goal of the game for the Thunder. Lead down to 6 now.
And that shot was not a miracle.
And yet it was.
That was just great basketball right there. Great finish against a great player like Tavon Taylor. Uh-oh.
Ambry inside to Taylor. He's just so strong in there. Taylor puts it in, and the lead back up to 8.
If you watch the actions that Coach Player sets up, it looks like simple screen and rolls, but he has second, third, and fourth actions off of those screen and rolls, and it leads to open buckets.
Substitutions for Coach Aaron Wertenberger with the Chief Thunder. And here comes CHSA. Trying to build into that 8-point lead. Ambry over to Taylor. Oh, here's Boudreaux. He's already hit on 2. Make it 3.
Yeah, Manhattan's going to have to figure out they've got to get someone on Boudreaux, and you cannot leave him. You don't get the opportunity to play help there. You're going to have to stay with him. You're going to have to force him into being a player that attacks the basket as opposed to shoots from the outside.
Guevara with the steal, and now CHSA going to try to turn it into points, and Taylor switches hands and puts it in with the left hand, rolls it. Nice finger roll.
Left hand, right side, going away from the basket.
Boudreaux.
That is a hard play.
Steal, Ambry ahead, opposite side, puts it in. What a run by CHSA, and it's all fueled by the defense. Those steals turn into points, and those points add up to a 15-point lead with 1:54 to go here in the first. We'll take a break in the action and be back with the rest of this first period after this. Welcome back, live action here. First period, 20-5 lead for the CHSA Wolverines, leading the Manhattan Chief Thunder out of Kansas. CHSA in the maroon and black, Thunder in the white and blue. On the drive, forced up a shot, tried to go through, play through the defender, but his shot falls short and Shirley can't convert. Just one field goal so far for this Thunder team, playing against a ferocious Wolverine team that not only plays defense, but, man, they have shown the outside shot, the drives in the lane with Taylor, and now a couple of substitutions coming in, giving those guys a little bit of a rest. Hawkins.
Manhattan is trying to make the adjustment. They've gone to a high 2-3.
Almost a steal. Grays with the ball, holds on to it, gets it over to CHSA. Here's a corner three that is no good by Ambry, and Thunder come away with it.
Taylor taking a break for the Wolverines.
Manhattan Chief. There's a dish to
good finish.
Schrader. Nice putback.
Schrader there. That's a big-time bucket that they needed badly. And that was a strong finish, too.
They've tried that a couple times. You can't fault them for the effort.
No.
They finally got one to fall, and maybe that will get things going for them from outside. Here's Ambry for three. That's no good. Grays with the rebound. Turns around.
We're going to get a foul.
Oh, my goodness. What a putback by Grays. He turned around, spun to his left, and nobody was there. And then streaking across the lane was a Thunder player who ran into him, so he gets the bucket and a chance for a three-point play.
And if you're watching at home, you might be asking the question, how is it that he gets the free throw here? Well, when the player goes up, he has to be able to land. If you cannot land, then it can still be a foul, and that's what happened there. Was Grays could not land, and so he got called for the foul.
Wertenberger couldn't get that one to go. Brecken Wertenberger missed the three. Wolverines with the board. 13 seconds to go in this first period. 23-7. CHSA with the lead.
Just look for the last one here, but make it a good one. First good look, take it. There's a great skip pass.
Oh, beautiful.
The
Working
extra.
around. The three.
Boom!
Ambry with the resonating three to end this period, and a 26-7 lead for the Wolverines over the Thunder out of Manhattan Chief. We'll be back with the second quarter action and this boys 18U Division I play-in game right after this.
When it hurts, real time it.
Welcome back to the 33rd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championship. Scott Staten alongside C.J. Pomeroy and one of our officials checking in over here with us, ready to give us some commentary. It's been a quick start by CHSA out of the Big South over the Manhattan Chief Thunder out of the Heartland. Right now a 26-7 lead, and C.J., we've seen just about everything from CHSA so far.
Yeah, they like to play this high zone pressure defense. And they play defense like their mascot, the Wolverines. I mean,
They wanted a jump ball, a held ball there, but the official said he had to reach around to hold on to him and called him for the contact, so that is a foul on CHSA.
Just his first, I believe that went against Guevara there. But, yeah, this defense, they're going to get him.
Yep, got another one there. That was CHSA. Going to be called for that one.
just got their feet tripped up, nothing intentional there. But, yeah, the Wolverines, just the defense is so everywhere. No matter where Manhattan goes, there's a defender there. So now if you're the Thunder, you have to do that right there. You have to make quick passes. You have to try and find the extra pass and see if you can find yourself someone, a shooter, and right on cue.
Yep. Leighton Wertenberger got the 3 to drop after Schrader had missed one, but they gave themselves another opportunity with the board work, and they convert that into 3. 26-10. Maybe that will get something going from outside for them. That's their first 3 they've been able to connect on so far.
By no means are the Thunder out of this game. They just have to find a way to attack this defense, and they have to do it before it gets out of hand. That last possession right there showed that they can do it. Now they've got to do it with consistency.
That 3 attempt was blocked. Fight for the board comes away to the Thunder. Here they come on the attack. Brecken Wertenberger feeds it inside to Schrader. Schrader off the glass and good.
Great play.
And a timeout for CHSA. We'll keep it here, CJ. Good answer and good start here for the Thunder.
Yeah, that was exactly what it is that the Thunder needed to do. They come out, get 2 possessions in a row, and get a bucket. And now they just have to continue that, right? It's like I need 2 possessions in a row with a bucket before I go a possession where I come up empty, right? So then on the flip side, Coach Player sees what's happening here. He sees momentum building. So he calls a timeout because what he wants to do is stop momentum right here. He's going to get his guys back in line. He's going to say, hey, when we go out here on this offensive execution right now, it needs to be sharp. It needs to be crisp. We need to take the shot that we want, not just the first thing that we think looks good.
Right.
But if you're Manhattan, I'm coming out. I want pressure, right? I've got stuff going my way. If I can increase the pressure in some way, whether that's in some sort of half-court trap or a full-court press, I'm going to do something to try and speed this up and build on my momentum.
Absolutely. And the Thunder, like you said, they came into this quarter down 26-7. They've scored the first 5 points of the quarter. But really it almost seemed less than the deficit. It was just they couldn't get anything to drop, just a couple of field goals. And seeing those first 2 go, maybe that will – give them a little confidence, and they'll keep continuing to come back. And then they got a whistle. The clock hadn't started yet, so they're going to bring it back in from the sideline.
One of the adjustments the Thunder have made in this quarter is they've gone to play zone as opposed to playing man, which I think is the right thing to do right now because Tavon Taylor in the pick-and-roll action, along with Cade Boudreau in the 3s, was just eating their lunch.
There's a 3 from Guevara, no good. Oh, man, the Thunder had the ball, and it was ripped out of their hands by Boudreau. Another opportunity for CHSA here.
So it's a high 1-3-1.
Right corner 3.
Oh.
Renard drops his first points of the game from outside, and it's 29-12. Good answer there out of the timeout by CHSA.
10 minutes of basketball. CHSA has 5 threes.
Almost a steal. Boy, if you get the ball, you're going to get attacked, and somehow he was able to drive, but Shirley can't get it to go. And here comes CHSA.
You know, I've watched this CHSA team for a few years now, and I believe Chekema is new to the program. If he's been a part of the program, it's been part of it on the younger levels. But this is a good addition for this Wolverines team. He plays with a ton of energy, great poise, leading his team out there. Oh, there you go. Manhattan getting those long arms up on that 1-3-1,
You jinxed him, CJ.
Yeah. I do that.
Yeah, Chekema has distributed the ball really well, too. You can tell even when he's not scoring, he's involved in the play. And like you said, a good addition to this team. Here comes the Thunder.
So we talked about, 2 possessions in a row, get a bucket. You might not be able to get 3 in a row, but, you want to build momentum and consistency. This is that place right here. They need a bucket. They didn't get one last possession down. Now they need one.
Shirley getting a little frustrated there. That time I like the way that he stopped, and even though he had a couple of guys on him, he took his time, squared up his jump shot, just overshot the ball, but they will keep it at this end.
Oh, wow.
And got a whistle on the inbounds. That was Connor Miracle, who drives in and puts himself at the free throw line after getting hacked on the arm.
They're going to get Renard for his 3rd foul. And I really believe that 2 of these fouls are just things that he has not done with any intention.
First shot goes for Miracle.
That's hard as a player because you're trying to find consistency on the floor, and you can't do it when you're getting called for fouls like that. So understand the frustration.
Wolverines back on the attack. Ambry got a little hung up there and hit Taylor. Taylor just short-armed it and missed the gimme right there, point-blank range. Here comes the Thunder. Can they turn it into points? Down by 16, 29-13.
You really want to possess. You want to come away with something here. A good look, nothing forced.
Nice answer. Switch to his left hand, and the big man Shirley able to finally connect from the field. That's his first field goal of the game, his 4th point. 29-15.
This 1-3-1 defense, they've got number 33 out top, Corbin Goff trying to pressure the ball. If you're going to play 1-3-1, you are going to have to pressure the ball out top, and you've got to trap your wings to try and force the passes in, but you can't give up layups.
Great feed inside, and Taylor knows how to finish there. That's his 10th point of the game, and the lead back up to 16. Halfway through the second period, boys 18U 7A gold ball play-in. The winner will face the Tennessee Heat, who won in the game right before this one and looked really impressive as they try to improve on their Elite 8 run from last season.
What CHSA is doing so well, what a shot right there from Schrader, which is huge.
Stop and pop, and he's got 2 buckets this quarter. Really seems like he's starting to get in a groove here.
CHSA has only given up 1 3-pointer this whole game. And when you can keep a team off the 3-point line, that really allows you to withstand momentum swings.
Ambry's 3 rolls in. Shooter's touch.
His 2nd 3 of the game, 6th for the team.
34-17, they've doubled them up. Thunder got to try to answer
Great
here.
Play.
And a whistle on the floor. That's going to put, well, it was on the floor, so they're not quite in the bonus yet. So they'll just bring the ball in from the baseline.
And as a coach, you're sitting there thinking, why can't we do that every time? That play went from the baseline to the paint, back to the baseline, and drew the foul. Beautiful play. Uh-oh.
Inbounds, I thought it was coming to me here. I was ready to shoot.
Got to try and find you a shooter here.
Ball tipped away, but back into the hands of the Thunder. Upshaw goes in. His shot too strong. Here come the Wolverines.
Taylor does such a great job down low for CHSA, keeping himself out of foul trouble. He challenges while staying legal, which allows him to challenge those plays. So it's a great job defensively, and a great job right there by number 3, Upshaw. Great box out there.
Ambry had an open look on that 3, but did not connect. There's Upshaw from the corner. That's a 3, too strong. Ball, though, off of Ambry, out of bounds. It will stay at this end.
Upshaw sprinted from the opposite wing to the corner for that 3. Open, may have rushed it a little bit. Looks like they're going to get Boudreaux here.
They had Upshaw in the far corner. They didn't see him, wide open, nobody on him. But it works out as Schrader's able to get inside and put himself at the free throw line.
So we talk about the aggressive defense that CHSA plays. The one thing about aggressive defense, though, is that it can lead to a lot of fouls. And so right now you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 team fouls so far against CHSA. 1 against the Thunder, and that's really just because of the way that both teams play defense.
Schrader looked online on both of those, but they were both too strong. And then the other end, Taylor turns it into 2 points for his squad.
You give him the ball within 3 feet, 4 feet of the basket, you might as well just count it.
He can score. Boy, as soon as a Thunder player picks up their dribble, they've got 2 Wolverines on them every single time.
And, you know, because Coach Player has a bench that plays defense that way, he is able to rotate through players. A lot of trust that he has in everyone because they all do their job.
Checkema missed his 3 there, but Taylor was able to battle against Upshaw and knocked it off of him out of bounds. On the inbounds underneath, oh, he had a point-blank shot, but highly contested, and then the Thunder get the rebound but throw it away out of bounds, and it'll stay down at this end.
I think he was falling as he was trying to make the play, the pass, that is, and could not control it.
Oh, that give and go was beautiful. On the inbounds, Ambry gets it to Taylor, and then he streaked to the basket. Found himself right there for a layup. Drew the contact but couldn't finish, so he'll get 2 shots for the lefty with CHSA. 36-17, 1:21 to go here. Second period. The winner will face the Tennessee Heat in the 7A Gold Ball semifinal game tomorrow. Heat won earlier, right before this game, in a big win for them. And, boy, they looked impressive, like a team to watch for. 2 teams, the top 2 teams out of pools move on, but in this Gold Ball, you got to win your class. And so we were in pool play a little earlier this morning, but now we're back into Gold Ball play with these boys 18U games. On the attack, the Thunder. He was challenged but was able to get the ball back. Shirley still challenging, but somehow the Wolverines come away with it. Up ahead, he's got a couple of players. Here comes Checkema. He stops, lets the player fly by, and puts it in off the glass.
And I think Coach Wertenberger is not happy there. He really thought his player got mugged, and I think he's right, but it wasn't called. CHSA came back down and got a great bucket from Checkema.
Boy, the Thunder have had some wide open looks and just have not been able to convert their jump shots. But that time, they come away with another offensive board. And at the free throw line will be Corbin Goff trying to get his first points of the game and draw his team a little closer.
You can see the strategy from the Thunder is to attack the inside. They believe that they have the size advantage on CHSA, so they want to attack. What's hurting them, I think, in this game right here is that they don't have a three-point threat. And without that threat to free up the guys on the inside, CHSA is able to focus on simply collapsing to the paint when the ball gets there, and they can apply great pressure out in the wing to even force it from happening. So really, I think as we have 30 seconds before halftime, down 22, the Thunder are going to have to figure out, can we run some sets to free up a three-point shooter and see if we can create some opportunity for our bigs.
Wolverines working it around. Letting this clock wind down and get the final shot of this period. They lead it 40-18. 10 seconds to go.
They got the buzzer beater at the end.
Oh, he took a step, and as Grays hesitated in to swat the ball away was Vincent Schrader. He wasn't fooled on that one. But it'll stay at this end with 3.6 seconds to go.
The money man from three-point land is in. Watch this. It's going to be a shot that goes to Boudreaux. I lied. Everyone thought it was going to Boudreaux.
Oh, he was a decoy, and it almost worked. But Brandon Hawkins couldn't get it to drop. At the end of the first half of play in this boys 18U 7A play-in game, it is the CHSA Wolverines leading over the Manhattan Chief Thunder 40-18. We'll be back in the second half after this halftime break.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Welcome back. Second half action here. Boys 18U Division I. This is the 7A play-in game for the boys 18U at the 33rd Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships from Drury University, Scott State, and C.J. Pomeroy. And it's been CHSA Wolverines in the maroon and black against the Manhattan Chief Thunder in the navy and white. And the Wolverines with a 40-18 lead here going into the second half. Wolverines looking every bit like a team that can make some noise here. They'll be playing the winner of this game, the Tennessee Heat, who won big right before this contest right here on this floor. There's a turnover. Thunder got to like the way that starts this half. And here they come, Manhattan Chief on the attack.
Well, and if you're the Thunder or Thunder fan, you may be thinking, man, it's a 22-point game. But really, the Thunder are playing really hard. They're just not able to convert some of the shots that they've had. And then this defense is just everywhere. They're forcing difficult shots. So, you know, it's just a hard thing right now for the Thunder to try and find the right offensive strategy to combat this pressure defense that CHSA is playing.
Boudreaux missed a three after he hit three in the first half, and then the answer at the other end, Leighton Wertenberger hits the bucket in the paint, and that draws it to 40-20. Good start for the Manhattan Chief Thunder.
And now here's that high pressure, good length right there, but there's Taylor just everywhere. You've got to, if you're the Thunder, you got to try and get that steal if you're the Thunder.
Great hustle from both players. Taylor on the floor. It was Wertenberger as well, and ended up being able, Taylor got the ball, and his coach was able to get a timeout to maintain possession. So 40-20, a little bit of a flurry there, just a quick 2-0 start, but Thunder looked like they talked about some things and maybe came up with a plan to try to crack the code on this defense that the Wolverines have had. And CJ, it just looks like they're relentless. As soon as one of the Thunder players picks up his dribble, he's got maroon and black in his face all over the place. And they immediately are attacking besides just the one-on-one pressure. As soon as they see a ball get picked up, they are going to have two guys in your face, and it's resulted in a lot of turnovers and a big part of this lead.
And, you know, the defense only works because everybody on defense is working, right?
Yeah,
If you just have your guards playing with that kind of pressure, but your backside defenders are not, then plays like what just happened right there turns into a bucket for the Thunder. So it's important that everyone plays, and that's exactly what's happening right here with CHSA. And so we saw Manhattan go to this high 1-3-1 at the beginning of the second quarter, which I think was the right thing to do. Now they've got to figure out how they can force some turnovers out of this defense.
Gotten their hand on the ball a couple different times. Wertenberger almost had the steal there. Good cross-court pass. Here's Taylor. Flips it over to the free throw line. Extended right there was number 10, Nathan Renard.
And I tell you, that was just great offensive execution right there. Good patience. You saw the ball go cross-court twice, and then it hit the paint. And that shows you just how good this. A lot of these players in this Wolverines team have played together for a while.
And I think you told me Rannard, right? Not Renard.
Yep,
Rannard. Sorry if we called that wrong. We do our best to try to get those name pronunciations right, but you can imagine we've got teams from Hawaii all the way over to Virginia. You're going to get all kinds of different pronunciations, so we'll try to get that right the rest of the game. Rannard had that last bucket. Thunder come away with the turnover there, and they've got a chance now to cut into this lead, 42-20. Drive down low by Shirley, kicks it back out. Little 5-footer, too strong by Schrader. Schrader really struggled to get that shot to fall early, and then he connected on a couple in the second period, but right there, once again, too strong, and ball will go to the Wolverines.
I really feel like the Thunder, they play hard. They play with – they know what they want to do offensively, and they work very hard at executing that play. I think the big problem they have at this moment is they don't have a three-point shooter that releases some of the pressure from this defense.
Right.
They've got 1-3 for the game, and really when you're able to shut down the three like that, you have to go inside, and the defense can now key on that.
Cross-court pass, skips it to Boudreaux. Boudreaux was deadly the first half. That time on the three, won't drop, but there was a foul underneath on the floor on the battle for the rebound. It will stay at this end.
Surely got called for it. Uh-oh.
Quick inbounds, and CHSA makes them pay. The triple. 45-20.
Thunder thought they were going to check the ball, and CHSA said, no check here. Ball is live. Another 3 for the Wolverines. They're lighting it up in this game.
Leighton Wertenberger tried to scoop one in, but quickly the other way. I think he obviously did that on purpose. CHSA thought he had Taylor behind him for the dunk, but I don't know that Taylor was expecting that.
No, that was not the time to do that play right there. Like the idea, but yeah. Coach Player is going to take care of that right now.
You like the confidence, but not necessarily the execution. Yep. And it looked like Taylor wasn't even ready to jump early enough. I don't think he expected it as well. Maybe later in the game, but
there just wasn't enough separation there for him to get the elevation that he needed. And all CHSA thought about was, hey, I got the big guy behind me, right? I've got the superstar behind me. And he didn't pay attention to the other defenders that were there that really kind of blocked the takeoff.
Had it gone.
Oh, had it gone, this place would have.
Yeah, we would have heard some noise for sure, but not necessarily the timing for that one.
Nope.
4:31 to go, just about halfway through this third period.
But you know what it tells you?
What's that?
It's coming. It's like Dion.
They're looking for it. That's right. They're looking for it.
CHSA just pulled a prime time. We coming. We coming.
CHSA with the inbounds.
CHSA has been just a really important piece for Coach Player. I've seen this team play, but I have not seen CHSA play, and he's just been a big asset to this team.
Ranner feeds Ambry, and there's Taylor for the dunk. Not the oop, but he did get the dunk.
Extra pass, just unselfish basketball.
How's that? How do you have to like that as a player when your coach calls a timeout because you did a play you probably shouldn't have tried to get the dunk, and he goes, here, this is how you do it.
This is how you do it.
Turnover there, ball to the Thunder.
That was an unneeded forced play right there, and that's exactly what Coach Juwan is telling them. CHSA is not backing down. They're staying with the pressure. And they're going to force Manhattan to have to adjust.
There you go.
There you go.
Finally get it to drop. They've done a good job flashing their getting the centers to flash into the lane there. But they either kick it out or take a jump shot. They just haven't been able to connect. But that time, a good use of the glass. Boudreau on the left side. Going to swing it around the other side. It's Taylor. Good bounce pass to CHSA with the floater. Bounces up and in. Got the shooter's roll there.
Got just about every bit of the basket almost. Hit the front, hit both sides. Finally drops in. I do like how Manhattan is able to get the ball inside. I mean, they know how to play with their bigs.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's what makes this hard about looking at the score and saying, wow, this is 27 points, because from an execution perspective, the Thunder know what they're trying to do inside, and they're working it.
Yeah.
They just can't get a bucket.
And part of that, missing shots, and part of that is that defensive pressure for sure from the Wolverines. It's tough when you don't have a split second to make your choices, and you got two people in your face every time. Off the bench and in to quickly score. There's number 12, Nico Laura-Winter, with his first bucket of the game, 51-22.
Providing some needed relief there for Tavon Taylor, and CHSA picking up his fourth foul. He may not get an opportunity to throw an alley-oop if he keeps fouling.
On the bounce inside, ball thought it might have been tipped away, but the official says it was not, and so that's going to go back to CHSA. Wolverines with the big lead, 51-22, and the ball. They're going to bring it up systematically and figure out how they want to attack this Thunder defense. Well, you got shooters in the corners on that zone. Haven't been able to find an open shot yet, but Guevara on the drive gets tripped.
They're going to catch Wurtenberger for his third. And that's the team third. Rannard. Oh!
Missed the shot. Guevara was there for the putback at point-blank range, but just could not get it to drop.
Two big opportunities there. And it's just the missing piece for Thunder. And if they find that three-point shooter, this team could be, I don't know, I would need to look to see how many seniors are on this team, but they find a three-point shooter, man, this does a lot for that team.
Corbin Goff's had a couple good looks. He has scored, but that time couldn't get the shot from the block to go. Rannard out top to Chekaba. Looks like they're going to take some time and figure out where they can get an open look.
And the thing I like about what's happening here is the ball continues to move. It's not holding to hold.
Yeah.
They're executing offense, looking for the best shot.
That time Rannard couldn't get the floater to go, but he followed his own shot, got the rebound, and gets fouled as he pulls the ball down. 1:14 to go, third period, 51-22, big lead for the CHSA Wolverines, trying to create a collision with the Tennessee Heat. And boy, that's going to be a fun one tomorrow. I can't wait to see that. Two really fast teams that play just smothering defense, but also can put up points, can shoot from outside, and that's going to be a great gold ball semifinal game.
I tell you what, bring some water because the court might be on fire by the time that game's done.
Takes the free throw, Rannard.
The speed of that game is going to be huge, assuming that this outcome stays the same, which anything can happen, but right now it just looks like it's too much CHSA.
Thunder, some young players, but you got to like the way that they crash the boards. They've multiple missed shots, gotten second opportunities, but they've just, like you said, just haven't been able to do anything with it. The buckets just aren't dropping, and you can't control what the defense does, but sometimes your shot just not going to fall, and today's one of those days for them. Second free throw's good. And 1 minute to go.
If you really go back and they watch this game and take an objective look at it, right? Eliminate the mistakes. Some of the mistakes is simply caused by the fact that CHSA plays such aggressive defense, right? But eliminate that for just a moment and look at the execution. And I think you'll find that, this was a great game for their execution, right? They're getting better right now because they're executing against the pressure D and getting things inside that look really good.
Guevara for three, no good. Had the rebound but lost it, and now Wolverines will hold it, looks like, for the last shot, maybe. Rannard back out top. Ambry.
Unlike the last possession, this one does look like it's kind of holding.
And then the foul on the reach-in. They'll bring the ball in with 16 seconds to go here in the third period.
It's 4 fouls on Layton, which not ideal at all.
Nope, you don't want that. And that puts the Wolverines at the free throw line. Rannard with 16 seconds to go. First shot's good.
Man, he is making it look easy up there.
He'll get one more. Substitution coming in. That's number 24, Jason Nutter, coming in for the Thunder. Manhattan Chief.
It's not a deep bench for coach players, so he's going to have to think about his strategy for the fourth quarter. Does he want to push in pool play? The point differential does matter. You're also trying to be cognizant of the energy that you're putting out.
Tried to make something happen there, but Ambry threw it away to the Thunder, and they just hold on to the ball as the clock winds down. That's the end of the third period now. 55-24 lead for the CHSA Wolverines over the Manhattan Chief Thunder. Back at the fourth quarter action of this boys 18U gold ball play-in game after this.
When it hurts. Real time it.
And welcome back to Springfield, Missouri, in this boys 18U Division I 7A semifinal, basically play-in game to get to the semifinals. The winner of this game will take on the Tennessee Heat tomorrow in the gold ball semifinal game for 7A. Scott Staten along with CJ Pomeroy, and just now starting this fourth quarter with a big lead for the CHSA Wolverines and the Maroon and Black, playing the Manhattan Chief Thunder out of Kansas in the white uniforms with the navy trim. And as we talk to CJ, CHSA going to be looking ahead a little bit here, bar a miracle comeback, and it may take miracle to do that by the Thunder against the Tennessee Heat team, and going to be looking forward to that. And all across the city today, like games that are being played with these play-ins, as a good rebound and offensive board work there by Schrader, gets one to fall.
Yeah, and we talked about the adjustments. What adjustments would each coach make? For Coach Jawan, he went to a 2-3 defense there, so he's basically saying, all right, we're done doing what we've been doing. At least it looks like that. They're going to try and get out of this quarter, no injuries.
Giving his bench some minutes here and letting the starters get a little bit of a rest. And they're looking ahead. Don't want to look too far ahead, but looking ahead to tomorrow's game, you got to be sure that at least somebody with their team was scouting the game before this one, and just saw that Tennessee Heat team with so many weapons, an Elite Eight team last year, and looking to go deeper this year. But their pathway has got to be through a gold ball first with this boys 18U 7A play-in game. CHSA on the attack now after the free throw, 55-28. They lead this one.
If you're Coach Wertenberger with the Thunder, your objective here in this fourth quarter is to continue to play fast and hard.
Blaze Grays, love the name. He's able to sink that three.
Blaze Grays hitting the tray.
Dr. Seuss in the building. Here come the Wolverines on the attack again. Boudreau, we saw him really open this game up early with 3 straight three-pointers.
Yeah, his threes in that first quarter really just got them going offensively.
And with a 30-point lead, the clock is running here in this fourth period. Boudreau to bring it in underneath his own basket for the Wolverines. And got a timeout, had a little bit of trouble getting it in, so coach calls a timeout, and they will talk it over. And
we could hear that from over here.
Yeah. Timeout, timeout.
Coach Juwan knew he did not like what was going on there.
Well, we talked about their movement. I mean, they've been so just frenetic on their defensive end, but You know, it's natural when you get a big lead sometimes and your mind starts to look ahead. You can say it all you want, like don't look ahead, game's not over, but you got your starters, a lot of them sitting on the bench. You got, your bench getting in there, getting some good minutes. And so probably less the timeout and more the looking and seeing that his team just wasn't really giving the effort that he wanted there. So going to talk that over and make sure that those guys are ready to actually play out the rest of this game, these final 6 minutes.
One of the dangers that all players listening and watching should understand is you get in games like this, it's easy to say, hey, I'm going to pull off the gas a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The risk that you run by playing and trying to pull off the gas is that you could actually create opportunities for injuries.
Yeah.
So in reality, what I've always told my players is your job is to play hard all the time, no matter what. My job as a coach is to put you in a position to where we're respecting the opponent and how we play, but you cannot ever stop playing hard.
Right. Yeah, our coach has always said, you get to rest when I tell you to rest. It's not on the court ever.
And that is 4. That is officially the 4th foul that I'm looking over at the table there.
CHSA with the inbounds. Rannard over to Grays.
Thunder went back to the man defense after playing 2 quarters of zone.
Well, they let the first couple go there where they were just swiping at the ball, but started to hear the last couple, and I think they had to call that one. It was right in front of their fans. CHSA with the inbounds. Just over 5 minutes to go.
What you are going to see now from these officials is the clock is running. The game is essentially over, right? Both teams are pretty much playing that way. These officials are going to allow more and more. They're going to make sure that there's nothing so physical out there that someone gets hurt, but now it's a matter of let's get the next 4 minutes and 40 seconds done.
And CHSA being very patient, like you said, not just killing clock, but waiting until they have a good open shot. And then off the miss, Rannard runs in and grabs the board and gets the putback.
Yeah, and this is the white flag right here for the Thunder.
Substitutions coming in for Manhattan Chief.
And for Thunder fans, I mean that with the greatest respect. This is Coach Wurtenberger saying, hey, we need to get some guys some experience here. We've got a full week ahead of us. We got, I think it's Division II that the Thunder will end up in.
Right.
So they've got Division II, an opportunity to go win Division II. So let's make sure that we get our starters into Division II fully healthy and without injury, and let's go win Division II. So I think this is a good move right here by Coach to try and get some of his other guys experience.
Corbin Goff giving him some good minutes. He's been into the game multiple times so far and really giving him some good minutes off the bench. Been very active on the boards, giving himself opportunities, and these are going to be big minutes for him. And like you said, you want your guys to play through the final minute, and sometimes what you got to do is also concede that this is not a one-and-done tournament. You got a whole week of games left, and so you look ahead, and rather than expend your guys' energy when a game that you're down by 22 points or 32 points, it's more likely to just let's wipe this one off. Let's get some good play under our belt. Let's get our bench some time and get them some experience because they're going to be crucial later in this tournament for us. Boudreaux. They work the ball around, and Boudreaux ends it the way he started. Another 3. 4 threes on the day. 3 of those in the first quarter when they really just established their dominance. And the Wolverines continue to show that offensive firepower, 63-28. More substitutions now. Coming in for the Thunder, Lucas Ream. Back into the game, Checkama and Ambry for the Wolverines.
Very happy if you're Coach Juwan right now because your offense is playing with a lot of great execution. Now the level of competition is going to increase, right? We've already seen the Heat. They're long, they're physical, they're fast, right?
Yep.
So you're going to have to execute offensively if you're going to play and win against the Heat. So for Coach Juwan, to see his team coming in here right now and to see his bench guys, minus that turnover right there. But they're really moving the ball around, looking for that extra pass, being unselfish. That's a great way to go into Tuesday.
Thunder working the ball around. Shot put up there by Disberger. Can't get it to go.
And let me just, for coaching, like right there, that shows you some good coaching is going on.
Oh, halfway down, Guevara tried to get his first points, couldn't get it to go. Back the other way come the Thunder.
Because if you look at that last possession, not this one here, but the one before that, again, more offensive execution leading to inside post shots.
There's Guevara on the follow-up.
He finally got one on the follow-up. He's missed a couple, and he finally able to make it.
Not giving up. So looking ahead tomorrow, this 7A, one of the semifinal games. The other two 7A games have taken place across town, and you can check all the brackets online. You'll be able to – those are updated live as the scores come in. But the game we'll be looking at, Tennessee Heat taking on CHSA Wolverines. That's going to be a fantastic game tomorrow. You will not want to miss that. You can check for all the live stream schedules and games that are coming up. If you follow us here on a YouTube channel, also on NCHC Live, you'll be able to kind of plan your day around some of the games you want to watch. 65-28. This one is all but in the books for the Wolverines as they move on as the 6th seed. And they'll be taking on one of the top seeds as they move on to take on the Tennessee Heat. And there's a three-pointer by Rannard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 three-pointers is what I have in the books for CHSA in this game.
And nice little jumper by number 24, Jason Nutter, for the Thunder. And as the clock winds down, CHSA looking ahead to take on the number 2 seed. They just knocked off here the number 3 seed in this pool in 7A. So the Wolverines, congratulations as they move on, and they will face the Tennessee Heat tomorrow. The Thunder will drop down into Division II with an opportunity to win a gold ball down there. That'll end this one, 68-30 with the CHSA Wolverines. Coming up next, more boys basketball action. It'll be the Chap Chariots and the Wichita Warriors. Josh and Amy will have that one for you. We hope you'll stay tuned.